And then there are a few people in political life who have opposed this unconstitutional abuse of power. I am so proud to be here today with Delegate Bob Marshall, whose Healthcare Freedom Act is so important. I am so proud to be here with Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli, whose immediate lawsuit tells the federal government, stop this grotesque violation of human rights on Americans. God bless them and others here today for their fidelity to the Constitution. Our founding fathers would be proud of their work. But what's going on in Washington, D.C. is vastly different. We're told with a straight face not to worry about Obamacare or its cost. That somehow this healthcare socialism is going to save us some money. That's what we were told. We heard this, right? Now we hear about a VAT tax, a value-added tax. Let's talk about the lies here. Does anyone seriously think your tax is going down in the future? No. The ink isn't even dry on the damn bill, that healthcare monstrosity, and they're already planning an economy-wide hidden tax. The value-added tax is itself a lie because it doesn't add value. Rather, it confiscates your money. I'm mad as hell. I'm not taking this no more. I don't know about you, but I'm not. When you think about where we are today, five expenditures: the military, the Social Security, the Medicare, the Medicaid, and the interest on the funded national debt. All are considered untouchable. The big five. Only the national defense and interest payments on the debt are even constitutional. If we shut down the rest of the entire federal government, shut down the courts, the roads, the embassies, everything outside those five, we would have saved about $800 billion last year. We still would have had a $600 billion deficit. And the currently artificially low interest rates are not going to last long, no matter how much of our debt China buys or how much the Federal Reserve buys. Higher interest rates are absolutely certain in your future. They will crowd out capital markets, and we will have inflationary expectations. This is going to raise interest rates. Our interest charges alone this year are going to be about $450 billion. However, a mere 1% increase in interest rates adds another $150 billion to the deficit. What happens if inflation goes to 4, 5, 6, 7%? We could be looking at minimum $1 trillion of interest charges every year. In my lifetime, I vividly remember interest rates in 1979, 1980. Do any of you remember those interest rates? Yeah. Do you remember 21% interest rates? Now imagine funding this debt with 21%. You're talking about $3 trillion to pay interest. The people who put us in this ever-expanding sinkhole don't think they have to answer to you or me. Who the hell do these people think they are, and who in the hell do they think they're working for? And why aren't these people in jail? Let's be honest. I want them in jail. And we cannot even grow our way out of this problem. We can't tax our way out. We can't even grow it. Consider just a few more facts. Over the last 100 years, the American economy has had its ups and downs. We have boom times and we've had recessions. And yet the long-run growth of the real economy on average is about 3% per year because technology makes our life a little better. That 3% growth is consistent with the 3% interest charges on the debt. Since the national debt is now $14 trillion, it is almost 100% the size of the entire economy. So what this means is that next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, even if the economy grows at a healthy rate of 3%, all of the improved standard of living is sucked out every single year to pay the interest charges alone. In other words, if interest rates go up to 5, 6, or 7%, the real standard of living in this country goes down, even when the economy is not in a recession. When times are good, you will get poorer. And when times are bad, well, you do the math. You see, our debt has got us to a point where it is no longer possible for our children to have a better life than we did. Let's just be honest here. The great dream of America was that each generation would have more opportunities and prosperity than the prior generation. This is now over. Reckless kleptocrats in Washington, D.C. have ruined the prosperity for our children. We now are set on a race to the bottom in our standard of living and a race to the top in debt and tax liability. Last few points on this. For children born after 1996, pay attention. If you're 14, 15 years of age, that child over their entire working life will pay 70% of their lifetime earnings to the federal government in taxes. The Boston Tea Party started for a hell of a lot less. I often think about that 70% number when I look at my son Giovanni. He's right there, my 12-year-old little boy. I look in my son's face and I'm honest enough to know he has no future. I'm mad as hell. I don't know if you can tell. And I've had enough. I want the names of these people who have desecrated my Constitution, wantonly wasted our tax money, and trashed my kids' future. I want term limits on these obscenely reckless politicians across the Potomac. And most of them should serve their time in federal penitentiary. What they are doing to our children is so incredibly derelict, so unconstitutional, and so corrupt and abusive of power, their time is up. Their day of reckoning is soon. I swear before all of you, and I swear on my life as God is my witness, we're going to hold these people to account for this disaster. If you are a politician and you disrespect the Constitution, you disrespect individual liberty, you disrespect the American people, heed my words. This I swear before God Almighty right here and now, we're coming after you. In November, we are going to kick your asses out and we're going to save this republic from your socialist tyranny.